Before we get into this video, I want to send a special shout out to Xelerate, the coder that made the Darth Vader mod that I'm using. I downloaded it from Nexus Mods. They're not paying me for advertising. I just wanted to send a special shout out because it's artists like you that allow me to play Elden Ring with my favorite villain ever. So again, Xelerate and Nexus Mods, thank you so much for taking the time to make this incredible mod. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, and welcome to HD Philosophy, or rather Darth Vader plays Elden Ring. Now, a lot of you don't know because I actually didn't record it, but I was a huge Elden Ring fan, and I played through the entire game. It took me like 2 days to beat Melania, Queen of Blades. And so now I'm going to continue my playthrough with the mod Darth Vader, you know, because he is the tarnished who is going through to be the Elden Lord. So I ended up going through and getting that mod through my entire playthrough. And now we're going to see if Darth Vader has what it takes, or if really I have what it takes.
Your powers are weak, old man.
To beat this new DLC, and that's what this series is going to go through. I hope you enjoy the montage of the rage, tears, and joy as I do my best to represent that Dark Lord of the Sith as he takes on all of the new lords in that DLC Elden Ring. Remember that it was like, I think this is it. I think this is it right here. The cocoon. Yeah. Let's go. We are heading to the realm of shadows. I mean, Darth Vader walking around this place. How can you not love that? Yeah. Do it again. Woo! Yeah, I had a feeling. How's that scream too? Oh, you're alive. Not for long. God, that looks disgusting. So let's jump in it. Whoa. I actually thought he missed me there. Yeah, I actually thought he missed me there because he overshot. The dancing lion. Oh, okay, okay. It's like the Chinese dancing lions. Oh, so close, everyone. Ha! Vader. Vader almost had it there. Oh, he actually grabbed me. I thought I was on the side. That's okay, everyone. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Like, man, Vader is with me today. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't care about the frostbite. I didn't care about the frostbite. I was like, hey, if that's the way it's gonna go, then that's the way it's gonna go. We did it. First boss down. You know? The dancing lion has fallen to the Dark Lord of the Sith. Now we move on. Oh, way too early. Come on, get up. All right, there we go. So I wasn't doing damage before, but I don't know what I changed. But I must have changed something because we got him. What's our reward? Meh. That's our reward, everyone. Meh. But should I kill you, old man? And there we go. Is that it though? Really? It's just that guy? That's all that's down here? There's not an actual boss fight? Be brave. Alright, I'm gonna try it. Be brave, show no fear. Will do. Oh well. Wait, what? Well, there we go. But I don't have what it takes to beat whatever this thing is. All right, well, yep. Had a feeling. Whoa. Whew. Whew, that wasn't bad, everyone. I mean, it was like I used all my healing on that other thing, so that I call that a victory first time around. All too easy.
Warrior true. Picture yourself feasting upon a dragon's essence, on the throbbing heart of the oldest, vilest dragon of them all. It would be the purest form of communion, the fullest sating of your hunger and your consummation as a dragon whole. Yes.
Oh, that would be a powerful Vader, right?
Jagged name of my lord,
Placidusax. Check this out, everyone. How sick is that? Ancient Dragon's Blessing.
The power of the dark side.
I don't care how long it takes. We're gonna beat her. Yeah, call it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to attack her first. She's just gonna do that quick one. That's the way. That's the 50-50 right there.
You were born what defeat would bring.
All right, top 3 Darth Vader moments. Put them in the comment section. Go. My favorite 3, Ghost Prison, Darth Vader down, and Darth Vader versus Darth Maul. So the first one, Ghost Prison, that was it was like a 3 or 4 part series. I really forget. I have it in the omnibus, but I haven't looked at it in a while. But I just remember Vader being a frightening, killing machine, like a walking tank when I read Ghost Prison. And it's something like there was a cadet and there was a graduation ceremony and this cadet was like shunned or something like that, or something like he was kept away for his own benefit. Anyway, the graduation was a ploy to go after Chancellor Palpatine and Vader. I don't remember too much of the details there. I do remember the ending though, but I won't spoil it for all you folks. But what I loved about it was just the way Darth Vader would attack and the way the cadet would speak about Darth Vader. You know, he would speak about like all these armies and the fact that they pale in comparison because they didn't have a Dark Lord on their side. That's one thing I do remember. But I also remember like Darth Vader swinging his lightsaber and all these people flying, and then like him putting his hand forward and just armies just being flung away. It was just Darth Vader's wrath. It's like Rogue One times 10, you know, where it was just, he was just a force to be reckoned with. And I loved it. So Ghost Prison, number 1 for me, my favorite Darth Vader storyline bar none. The other one is Darth Vader down, but specifically for that one line that anybody who has read it knows what I'm talking about. It's when he crash lands on a rebel planet, and then a bunch of rebels surround him, and they say something to the effect of like, you know, like give up, you're surrounded, or drop your weapons, you're surrounded. And then Darth Vader says, the only thing I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men. And then he lights his lightsaber. It's like, oh, Darth Vader. I love it. I love it when he has that machismo right there. Just like, you people are insignificant to me. And then the third one is the Darth Maul. And really, it's for the last part where Vader stabs himself in order to kill Darth Maul, which was a great visual, but it was also paired with what Darth Maul said. Something akin to Darth Maul tells him, what could you possibly hate enough to destroy me? Like what kind of hate empowered you to be able to get the best of me? And then Darth Vader says, myself. And these kind of encompass the things that what I loved about Darth Vader, because what I didn't know at the time, you know, for those who don't know, Star Wars actually is what got me into reading. I was real heavy into like the Clone Wars era. I fell in love with reading Anakin's demise and how Anakin was just this power of potential and what led to his downfall. And then of course, Vader's readings from there. He was my favorite character, and then he became my favorite villain. But as I was reading, what I didn't realize is the things that I loved about Darth Vader were the things of the warning signs that I saw in my life. I have always had a destructive, powerful, terrible temper. And my entire family knows this about me and would hold this against me too. Like even when I wouldn't be temperous, when I wouldn't be exercising that, I would still get blamed for having a terrible temper. So I was always in the wrong. Anyway, it's not a pity party. What I loved about it though, and what would eventually come to the forefront in philosophy, was that Darth Vader was the warning sign I was seeing on what would happen if I couldn't control my feelings. That very great Mike Tyson line, if you don't control the feelings control you. What I loved about Darth Vader in being that he was a big guy too, and he had a big temper just like I did. And I did feel like I had a lot of potential in certain areas where I would focus my mastery. How another individual, the right individual, could use that against you and subjugate you to those things. And it was like Plato's Republic. Plato's Republic is my favorite dialogue from Plato, possibly one of my top 5 favorite philosophical readings in general. And they talk about in the Phaedrus how only when reason is leading are you truly free. Other than that, you are a slave to either your spirits or your appetites, you know? And I loved that reading, and it really hit home for me. And it didn't matter that that would come to define like Western civilization as that which moves from reason is the only free move. Vader would come to represent that as well. It's like I saw Vader's philosophy and the warning sign before I even fell in love with philosophy, which was so ironic given that I hated reading when I was younger, and Star Wars is the thing that got me into reading. Like, I wouldn't be a lover of wisdom, a philosopher, without Star Wars, you know? So there it is. That's why Vader's right here. That's why he's my #1 villain. And I see that in my top 3 picks, and I would love to hear your folks' top 3 picks. But with that, let's get to the game. I can't believe it. It didn't record. After I did the top 5 or Vader moments, the top 3 Vader moments, I forget because it was like hours ago, we fought her, and I had a great idea. So last night when I was going to sleep, I was like, I was noticing when I was getting hit by that first pillar that came down, I was popping up. And I was like, why is the animation me popping up? So as I went to bed last night, I was like, I wonder if I can jump over it. And the first fight today, after that whole freeze happened where I had to restart everything, and then apparently I didn't hit the record button, the first time we fought her, I was able to get to that phase, and she did it, and I jumped, and it went over, and I could jump all 3. And I was like, this is it. There goes her AoE. And then she proceeded to kick my butt for the next 2 hours, even with that AoE, even her not being able to hit me with that AoE anymore. But I was so stoked because I was like, I'm a fighting game player, you know? And one of the things that I enjoy about fighting games is when I'm facing an opponent who's doing the same thing over and over and over again. And, you know, they have this one gimmick, clearly, they have this one gimmick. And it's like, when you figure out how to get around that game plan, well, it's like they have nothing now. And when you take that away from them, you know, you usually get the win. That's what I loved about fighting games. So I was just so absolutely stoked. It still took about 2 hours, but we did it. We beat her, you know? We beat her as Darth Vader. And we didn't get any of that, you know? We didn't get any of it. And that sucks so bad. I feel really horrible for the people who are watching me get my butt kicked for all that time, and we're waiting to see the payout. And it's like, it's Elden Ring, it automatically saves, and it's no way I can like revert the character or anything like that. And it's not like I have any other save data that comes close to this one. So I mean, that's it, unless I play the whole thing over again. And I'll be honest with you folks, I'm not gonna play the whole thing over again. But it's like, you know, I hit the side of grace, I looked over, no recording. I was just, man, I'm sorry. I feel like I let down the people who are actually watching this, but I guess that'll end the first episode. We'll see. Well, I'll do my best to continue from here. It was a pretty big blow though. Like, I feel kind of demoralized right now that we went through that whole thing and you folks didn't get to see Darth Vader get the kill. But I guess we'll continue to explore the DLC, and I'll finish this episode here. Take some time with the classics though, because they will awaken the hidden dragon within all of you. But at the same time, have a list to double check things. That'll always help. See you next time.